Hey peeps, what's up? Punchy here, back with another video. And in this video, we're going to do our issues with the eufy X10 Pro Omni and why you should stay away from the eufy X10 Pro Omni, even though a bunch of YouTubers out there, especially the big ones, may want to tell you that this is the best value for money, best bang for the buck RoboVac under $1,000. Some people call it the Roborock Q Revo Killer, but trust me, it is nowhere close to Roborock Q Revo, and if I had $800 to spend, I would spend my money on the Roborock Q Revo and not on the eufy X10 Pro Omni. And without any further delay, let us get down to business and talk about the issues which are present on the eufy X10 Pro Omni, which the big YouTubers are not going to tell you about. The first issue with the eufy X10 Pro Omni is the battery life and charging. So here on screen is the charging time. In 1 hour, we were at 31%, 2 hours, 62%, and then a full charge from 8 to 100% because as soon as the battery reaches 10%, it goes back because it cannot clean if the battery is at 10% or below. So 8 to 100% took us 3 hours and 35 minutes. Now let us talk about the battery life while cleaning. So for our first test, we set the cleaning intensity as fast, vacuum and mop, suction was standard, and the water level was set as medium, edge hugging mopping was disabled. So in this mode, before it had to go back to charging, it cleaned for a total of 93 minutes and 1065 square feet. Then it had to go back to charging. I think at around 45% it resumed back the cleaning. So that 45% of charging took around 90 minutes. And then another 30 minutes to clean rest of the house. So a total of 1 hour and 57 minutes to clean, vacuum and mop 1270 square feet with not everything having hard floors, which means the mops were not working all the time. The effective time here was a total of 3 hours and 30 minutes, which does include the 1.5 hours of charging time. Now, the problem here is that the fast mode is not good enough. Even for your day-to-day basis, the pickup is not good enough, the mopping is not good enough, you will still have spots left on the floor. So if you want to clean your house on a daily basis and make sure it is clean enough, these are the settings which I recommend. Cleaning intensity is standard, vacuum and mop, suction you can choose between standard and turbo, water level is set as medium. Now in this mode, before it had to go back to charge because battery was below 10%, this thing cleaned 861 square feet, 94 minutes of work time in the standard mode. And the total time it took to clean 1323 square feet was 2 hours and 26 minutes. But there was a charging time of 2 hours in the middle when it had to go back to charge. The effective time being 4 hours and 30 minutes. And Lord forbid, if you ever have to use the deep cleaning mode, you are in trouble because here it is. I did a test. I started at 9:45 a.m. in the morning with deep cleaning, vacuum and mop, turbo suction because I was not satisfied with the suction power, and water level set as medium. And in this mode, it had to go back to charging after 83 minutes, cleaning 710 square feet. Now, this was the first break it had to take for charging. It had to take another break for charging, and eventually, I got so frustrated because it was 6 p.m. in the evening. We started at 9:45 a.m. 6 p.m. in the evening, and the house was still not fully cleaned in deep mode. And eventually, I had to cancel this cleaning because it got super frustrating. And of course, it says over here it took 2 hours and 38 minutes to clean 1259 square feet in deep mode, with some of it still left because I got frustrated and I cancelled this specific cleaning. So if you have a house which is say around 1300 square feet, do not expect the eufy X10 Pro Omni to vacuum and mop the whole house with a mix of carpet and hard floors in one go, even in its fastest mode. The next major issue with the eufy X10 Pro Omni is it does not like rugs. And I mean, it does not like rugs at all. If you have rugs in your bathroom, I have had it stuck on rugs multiple times. The brush in the front gets under the side of the rug on the corners, and then it just takes the whole rug out, and it doesn't even stop. I have had two of my rugs destroyed by the eufy X10 Pro Omni because it just keeps on spinning and spinning and spinning on the bottom part of the rug, which is made out of rubber, and then eventually it will wear out that rubber and destroy the rug. So, yes, they do need a lot of work when it comes to cleaning around rugs. Call it AI, whatever AI they have, clearly ain't working for the eufy X10 Pro Omni. Now you might come back and tell me that, hey Manchi, your rugs are not good quality or the edges are popping up. I did try making sure that the edges are not popping up, and even then the eufy X10 Pro Omni would lift up those rugs. In fact, it would also move around the rug in my living room and try to lift that one as well. So am I going to change all the rugs in my house because the eufy X10 Pro Omni cannot handle rugs or cannot work around rugs and destroys them? Well, the answer to that, my dear friends, is no. And you might say, hey Manchi, rugs are, a difficult thing to clean for a robo vacuum. Well, I have had this thing stuck around the edge of a curtain. Yes, the edge of a curtain got this thing stuck. And then while I was trying to look where this thing is stuck, well, the app was telling me it is stuck in one room, whereas in actual, it was stuck in the adjacent room. The next major issue with the eufy X10 Pro Omni is it does not like shadows. So it was cleaning under my bed, and all of a sudden I see it's going in this weird pattern, and I'm like, it doesn't clean like that in this room under the bed because it's supposed to go straight on that rug or carpet. But then I noticed that there's a shadow being cast by the bed on the carpet, which makes this thing believe that, hey, there's an obstacle over there. And surprisingly enough, it did not clean around that shadow because the AI here, the super duper great AI on the eufy X10 Pro Omni, thinks that the shadow is an obstacle. So again, it does need some work with the AI as well. The next issue with the eufy X10 Pro Omni is, again, it is around rugs because you're not supposed to mop on rugs. But I have had multiple instances wherein it'll try to be smart and it'll ride along the corner of the rug with one mop on the hard floor, one mop on the rug spinning. So it's cleaning the hard floor, but it is also mopping the rug at the same time. And I have had this issue many a time, which again leads me to believe that the AI here, something which, we hear a lot about AI, everything is being sold with AI, but this one here clearly does not have good enough AI. The next issue with the eufy X10 Pro Omni is with long hair. They say they have hair detangling in the brush. Well, guess what? It doesn't work. I mean, they say it will detangle the brush for me so that I do not have to clean the hair out of that brush. Nope, doesn't work. I have to do it. So please do not make claims which are not true. The next issue with the eufy X10 Pro Omni RoboVac is around chairs, bar stools. I have three same bar stools near my kitchen counter, and for two of those, this RoboVac can go between the legs, but for one of them, it doesn't, and it's been a problem with this RoboVac ever since I have got it. The space between the legs is exactly the same for all of these three bar stools, but somehow this RoboVac decides it doesn't want to go between the legs of the last one and clean between those legs. So again, definitely scope for improvement over here as well. The next minor complaint I have about the eufy X10 Pro Omni is the fact that the clean water tank and the dirty water tank, the lids on those are not spring loaded. So to close them, you actually have to push in the flaps so that the lids are closed. And another improvement which they do need to make in the cleaning app is that it should give me the option of choosing the direction in which it should clean in case I have wooden floors, so that it can mop and clean in the direction of the grain of the wood floor, not in the opposite direction, which it does in my case. And on my Roborock Q Revo, I did have that option wherein I could make it vacuum and mop in the direction of the wood grain. So Eufy, if you're watching this video, make sure you do add that option in your app. So what is my personal final take on the eufy X10 Pro Omni? Well, bottom line, stay away. For the price it is at right now, I don't think so it is worth it. I personally would not spend more than 500 US dollars on the eufy X10 Pro Omni because of the various shortcomings and issues which we have talked about in this video.